You wait 15 weeks for a match of the day and two come along on the same night. Ian Wright and Alan Shearer are ready for extra time after Bournemouth Crystal Palace. I think we'll be okay if it goes to penalties. 6 games coming up, but before kick-off we begin at the Amex Stadium. Brighton were the only team in the top 4 divisions yet to win a league game in 2020. They faced an Arsenal side soundly beaten by Manchester City on Wednesday.
Come back and get 3 points is huge. It says a lot about the character, a lot about the fight in the team. We've been on the receiving end of a few of those ourselves, but it's nice for us to get the 3 points. It's huge. I'm so proud of the players.
I'm very frustrated. It's unacceptable the way we lost the game. We lack competing, and I know that we have a very young squad, but still, we throw the game away. We had total control of the game. We created the best chances in the game. We had to put the game to bed much earlier. We haven't done it, and we lost 3 points again.
What happened with the injury to the goalkeeper?
Yeah, but I just went for the ball. I mean, I'm that type of player. I just don't stop until the referee blew the whistle. I never meant to injure him. I think it's when he landed, he twisted his knee. So I'm sorry for him. I already apologized at halftime to their staff and their manager.
I don't think he tried to injure him. So he went for the ball like any striker would do, and unfortunately this is football. Bad thing happens.
I think it was very unfortunate. I don't think the pay wanted to hurt Ben or anything like it. He's not looking good.
And what happened at the end?
I mean, some of their players need to learn what is humility. Especially one of them. He was talking the whole game, but was saying really bad things. So when I scored, I just needed to say, listen, that's what happens when you talk too much on the pitch.
We'll come to Neil Maupay very shortly. Great win for Brighton, especially coming from behind, but Arsenal did lead and allowed that lead to slip, really, didn't they?
Well, winning 1-0, Gary, with 20 minutes to go, you're looking for organisation and leadership, and slow out, keeping him on side, Saka. Lacazette's got to sprint out. 2v1 Brighton have got. It's far too easy to get that ball in there. Dunk's quickest to react, but they're all over the place, Arsenal. As I said, they're winning 1-0. They're comfortable. They're creating chances, and they concede a goal like that. They go to sleep. It's same old, isn't it? And we can. I mean, Arsenal have had the lead 13 times in games this season and only won 6 of them. That tells the story.
Yeah. Neil Maupay, interesting what he said at the end of the game there. He had a mixed game, didn't he? There was a lot of highs.
Yeah, he did have a mixed game. But first you've got to say I'm really gutted for Burnley.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not a bad one, but yeah, I wouldn't say that. Everybody could see he's not doing anything to be malicious, but yeah, he's got the ball in his hand and
just freakish fall, isn't it?
It is a freakish fall.
It's not much of it.
Yeah, very much so. But this is top quality play from him, and this is what he's capable of doing. Knowing that he's seen him watch him finish at Brentford, he's very sharp in and around it, and he was a nuisance all day. He's got that about him, and he finished it very well here. He's got that about him as well. I think he's been poleaxed, but yes, it's a little. Him and Guendouzi have been having it all game, and I think he was talking about Guendouzi at the end. He's giving him a bit there, and
that's a bit different.
He'll probably get in trouble for that. We need to be showing that fight for me now.
Yeah. Too little, too late.
Yeah, do you think he was at fault with the goalkeeper, Al?
No, I just think it was one of those challenges. No, there was it wasn't malicious at all. He just sort of jumped in, and it was just a freakish accident. Unfortunately, we hope the goalkeeper's okay, but we have to say how well Brighton did, going 1-0 down, showing the character in the position that they're in, under huge pressure to get the result. They were fantastic in coming back.
Yeah, a lot of criticism of the Arsenal defence, but going forward, if you take Aubameyang out of the equation, they've really struggled to get goals from elsewhere.
Yeah, they have. The midfield, you'd have to say, it's not firing in respects of productivity, creativity. Obviously, Mesut Ozil didn't get on the pitch today, and it's a real worrying sign when you consider that Arsenal do need to create stuff. We've got one of the most potent strikers in the league up front, and he's really feeding off scraps. It's a worrying time, and I think that Mikel does really know that he's got a massive job on his hands.
It's too early to judge Arteta, isn't it?
It's far too early.
I mean, he's not his team yet, really, is it? He needs a couple of wins.
I'm sure he knew it already, but he knows he has got a big difficult job on his hands. One, to get results, and two, to get players out of that football club who he needs to. When you look at the Aubameyang situation with his contract, I don't see him signing a contract there.
No. Do you not?
No, I don't, because when he'll look at the salary that Mesut Ozil on and say, okay, give me that.
Yeah.
And there's no way they can give him that. It was a huge mistake to give Mesut Ozil that salary. He can't even get into the team when they're going to Brighton. One thing at Manchester City, but when you're going to Brighton and you know you've got to be creative, you can't even get in the team. And it's not only this manager that hasn't picked him.
It's happened in previous incumbents as well. Okay.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Yeah. Brighton double over Arsenal this season, Ian. Hey?
Yeah, it was. I thought I was going to cry there for a
Sorry.
hammering us like that. You have to give credit to Brighton, but at the same time, Arsenal and the capabilities, what they've got and the players they've got to be playing a lot better in that. It's not good to see.
Okay.
Had a tough defeat to take. What was your verdict on the result and the performance?
Very difficult one to take because it's unacceptable the way we lost the game.
What cost you today?
The fact that we missed so many chances, the fact that we gave them the first goal and we didn't compete in the second goal.
And I know before the game you spoke about no more accidents, no more injuries, and unfortunately you lost Bernd Leno to what looked like a bad injury. Do you have an update on how he is?
He doesn't look good, but we don't know anything yet.
And Neil Maupay told me he came to apologise to you at half-time. I know that Ben sort of pointed the finger at him when he went off on the stretcher. Did you feel that was justified?
I don't know, it's too far from me. I haven't seen the actions again, but I always believe that players never have the intention to hurt anybody, and I'm sure he didn't have the intention to do that.
And what happened with the substitution? You looked very unhappy on the touchline. It looked like you wanted to bring Tierney on at the same time as Nketiah. What happened there?
Nothing. That we asked the fourth official to make two substitutions. He didn't get it, or he understood something different, and we couldn't do them.
How are you going to lift things going forward now? It's 2 defeats since the restart. What will you be focusing on in the next week?
Just to try to lift the players. Is a lot of things that they've done really well, but we don't compete at this level. You cannot give the goals that we give away. It's impossible. I know that we are a very, very young team, but in the Premier League, you make 2 mistakes like this.
Congratulations there. Talk us through the finish.
Thank you. I mean, it's a great ball from Alexis McAllister. So I left the ball for Aaron. Great pass. I mean, I just saw the keeper coming for me, and I just shoot with my left. It's a goal. I'm so happy because it's our first win this new.
And what about the overall performance today? It's the first Premier League game here since the 29th of February. How did you find it out there?
I mean, it's been a crazy time. It's been really hard for us because we didn't know when we were going to play again. So it's been long, but we've been training really, really hard. I mean, the mindset throughout the team is really good. We kept together, keep working, believing in each other. I mean, the whole club, manager and the whole staff made a very good job to try to put us in the best place. It's been really hard because it's hard. First game in 3 months. It's been really, really a tough game, but we are really happy to get the win.
Neil Maupay there, who's clearly made a telling contribution for Brighton today. Steve, you were telling me he likes to play on the line.
Yeah, he's a player that wants to play on the edge, ruffles feathers, gets the most out of his opposition. You can see there he speaks with a bit of passion, sometimes too much passion and emotion, which I'm sure will come out maybe in a few interviews as we go along. But listen, that goal there, fantastic goal.
But what will that do to the Brighton dressing room now?
Oh, it will lift it massive. We've said they earmarked a few home games to try and get points on the board. What they need now, maybe two wins, maybe 2 wins and a draw out the remaining 8 games. It's a huge 3 points.